Hey everybody, Lark back with another episode of the One Chunk at a Time Ironman account. Last time I had finished Lumber Chunk and rolled my new chunk in the desert, and this time I'm going to definitely be completing that chunk and rolling my new one. So in this chunk, what I gotta do is get 58 cooking to bake pita bread now that I have access to a range, and I need to get a pot of flour from the imps to make that pita bread because I don't have any left. I also need to get 30 thieving, apparently, to start the feud. My only method of doing so is pickpocketing men and women, so it won't take that long, but it's going to be a little tedious. I also need to get a defense level and a woodcutting level in this chunk. Already made some progress on the woodcutting. I think that's going to be the first thing I knock out in this chunk while I'm editing the first video, so pretty AFK and not too bad. Alright, I got another beginner clue scroll that I can actually complete the step for. Please give me a casket. Nope. Another clue scroll. Spin it. Flynn's mace shot cannot do that one. Another drop. The first thing I'm taking care of, by the way, is 79 wood cutting, and I'm also just fletching and throwing the cash stack while I'm at it. No sense in just dropping a log, so yeah. See you guys when I get 79 wood cutting. But forgot, but here's my playtime so far: 8 days and 22 hours. Minus, I'd say I've been doing this for like 6 or 7 hours AFK. So yeah, I finished the chunk with about 8 days and 14 hours, 15 hours of playtime. Not too bad, and there is 79 wood cutting. So that is the wood cutting level I need for the chunk. I've also been fletching, just to get fletching XP and money, and I'm already 70% of the way to another fletching level, which will come in handy in the future, I'm sure. Alright, well, no more delaying. It is time to enter my new chunk for the first time. I have never entered this chunk, and you will see that because we have unlocked a new music track. Al-Kharid, Arabian, and Arabian 2 all unlocked with the new music system they got. Yeah, never crossed that line once, not even on accident, so that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and pay the toll to get in and explore the new chunk. Alright, it looks like we have some cactus content here, some hills here. We have the fire altar, which isn't really like super useful yet, but when we unlock rune crafting later, it will be. We have the entrance to the duel arena, but we don't actually have the duel arena yet. Talking to Cam the Camel, which is funny because my name's Cam in real life. But nothing, no interesting conversations yet until I get that Camulet. Alright, here's the most important thing in this chunk, honestly, is Ali Morrisane. He sells raw chickens. Some of these are already bought out, but I think they're stocked 50 each normally. And he also sells some other stuff like water skins, desert shirt, desert boots, bucket packs, which are pretty nice. Maybe there's just 15. Yeah, I think it's just 15. So yeah, it's just 15 per, so basically buy them all, pop world, buy them all again, and then there's a range over here I can go ahead and cook them on. And this is basically what I'm going to be doing to get to 58 cooking, which isn't too bad. There is also a cactus patch here, which I will be raking passively. Oh, well, my inventory's full at the moment. But yeah, I'm going to buy a rake and just rake this whenever I can, just to get passive farming XP. I don't have any goal in mind, I just want to get a head start on it while I can, and basically free XP. So we have a couple of men, which are really handy because we need to get 30 thieving, and I'd like to stay in this chunk as much as possible. Here is the gem trader that's constantly bought out. There is a sapphire available actually, but so yeah. At this point, I would consider this method, popping and buying uncut sapphires, to be better than shearing wool, if I can consistently find them anyway. Yeah, I am going to have to cook about 6,000 raw chicken in order to get this level. Really not too awful, and the cash stack probably won't take too much of a hit, I don't think. Will he buy them back? And I like... No, he won't. That's unfortunate, but that's okay. That just means I'm going to be dropping a lot of cooked chicken here if anyone wants it, because I'm not holding on to it. It's not really worth my time, so I'm going to buy a rake so I can go ahead and start raking this cactus patch. Look at this raking content right here. This is what y'all want, right? First farming XP on the account. I only have to rake another 19 times, and then I'll get level 2 farming. Huge. One other thing I need to do, two other things I need to do. Pickpocket to 30 thieving, which is going to be a little slow at first because I'm still only at 6, but I think, you know, by the time I start getting levels, I'll be able to be more successful. And yeah, I just need to pickpocket men 1,600 times, and then I'll be done. Not really all that bad, honestly. So yeah, even though I am spending money to buy the raw chicken, the fact that I'm pickpocketing men, I don't think it doesn't really make up for it as much, but like, I'm not going to be losing that much money from buying chicken. Yeah, I think I'm just going to focus on this cooking grind for a while, get this done, and then worry about everything else later. Not only do I have to pickpocket these men, but I actually do have to get about 10k defense XP to get a defense level. So yeah, I'll have to murder another 350 men in order to get that level, so more herbs will be coming my way. I'm definitely not going to be killing them here, just because I want to be close to a bank, so I'll be going back to Lumby Castle for that for sure. Okay, after doing this for a little bit, I actually think the best thing for me to do is just do pickpocketing first, and then if I ever get low on HP, then I can buy the raw chickens and cook them and just get it back up. Better than getting all the cooking XP and then doing pickpocketing and being like, oh wait, I need food again. So I'm just going to do it all at once, basically. I'm going to be done with this thieving grind way before I'll be done with cooking, I'm sure. So yeah, I'm just going to do the thieving and get some of that cooking XP while I'm doing it. Okay, and now I've already discovered something else pretty nice. So I've made their attack option hidden, and now I can right-click pickpocket, which I might be completely wrong about this, but I don't think you can do this with the men and women in Lumbridge. I think they have a talk to option. But the men here... Oh wait, this one... Oh, it's just this one. This one has a talk to option, but this guy here, the guy with the black shirt, doesn't. So you can right-click pickpocket him, which is actually super nice. This makes it even like way more AFK. Like I can just sit back here and just like click on this dude and get thieving levels. Speaking of which, there's the first one, level 7. Now the levels are just going to be flying by. Like, this is so much easier than I thought it was going to be. I think in that last clip I said it was right-click pickpocketing. I obviously mean left-click pickpocketing. But yeah, this is super nice. Here comes a nice even 20 thieving. I can now pickpocket from male ham followers and steal from silk stalls. Unfortunately, this one you can't actually steal from, but that'll be nice for the future, for sure. Alright, I'm glad I found this out really early on. It turns out the leprechaun can note your weeds, so I'm totally gonna start a stack of weeds and see how much I have by the time I roll a new chunk. 25 thieving, I can now pickpocket warriors, steal from fruit stalls, and well, I can do Sorceress's Garden, or maybe I've always been able to do that. I'm not actually really sure how that piece of content works. I've never done it before. And there's 30 thieving, so I am now done with this grind. I'm going to go ahead and start the feud. I think I can do that. I mean, that's the whole point of training this. So let's talk to Ellie Morrison and see what he has to say. Alright, so I believe the feud, yep, there it is. The feud is now started, so that's that task complete. Next, I'm going to go ahead and just get started on this cooking training, and this is going to be the majority of my time in this chunk. Buying, hopping, and cooking, and dropping is not that quick of a process. I mean, it's a lot better than the cooking grind I did before, for sure. I'm also going to be raking the whole time, so we'll see what the XP per hour ends up looking like. Here comes a huge milestone for the account. I know y'all have been waiting so much for this. Level 2 farming. I can now grow marigolds. This is some hashtag raking content. And this is also going to be 50 cooking, which is pretty nice. And I can now cook chocolate cakes. And I do have chocolate dust, or chocolate bars, not dust. It could be dust if I wanted. Chocolate bars in the bank. if I really wanted to make a chocolate cake. However, I think the chocolate bars are worth keeping for something potentially down the road. Really unlikely, but because there's a potential there, I'm going to hold on to them. And then if I end up not needing to keep them for whatever reason, I will be happy to go ahead and make a chocolate cake. I think that'd be fun. Level 3 farming. Nice. Alright, I decided after hitting 53 cooking, I'm going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break. And just explore the chunk and see what it has else to offer. So we have the silk trader here that we can buy silk from. I have no reason to do that yet. I might get some when I'm done with the chunk just to have some in the bank, but for now I want to keep my inventory empty. There is one main thing I really wanted to highlight, which is this gem trader, which might really come in handy if I unlock this chunk right here. If I unlock Alcarid, I'll have access to the crafting shop, which will get me molds, which is important because I happen to have a gold bar in my bank right now from a random event. And with the rubies I have and the gold bar that I have, if I roll that chunk, I would be required to get 50 crafting to make a ruby amulet. However, I wouldn't necessarily need to spin balls of wool all the way there because fortunately this gem trader does sell an uncut sapphire and actually an uncut emerald. I can't believe that's in stock. That is usually bought out, but there it is right there. So basically my plan would be to buy these as much as possible and come here with the chisel, and that's how I'd train my crafting XP, honestly. I've been checking this gem trader pretty often to see what kind of stuff he has available, and usually it's just the sapphire, but even with just the sapphires, getting to 50 crafting is only like 40k? GP, like not even, it's cheap. It's nothing. However, if I do get an uncut diamond from a random event, which I doubt, I'm kind of just world hopping right now, I would need to get 70 crafting for a diamond amulet. And in that case, I would do the same thing, except it would cost me around 450k, which I don't currently have, but it wouldn't even be that hard to grind out the rest of that cash through fletching, honestly. Wouldn't even be a problem. So luckily, with this chunk I have unlocked right now, I think this is my best crafting method if the gems aren't being bought out by bots. I have been checking tonight kind of every now and again, and still everything's available, so I'm really not that worried about it. There is this gnome glider dude, but we can't do anything with him until we've completed the grand tree, I believe. There's a camel, another camel, lots of camels. What's sort of interesting that I haven't noted is that with this chunk we actually do unlock the dual arena teleport. So as soon as I get, I believe, 27 magic, I can actually enchant all of the emerald rings and get access to this teleport. It has no use for me yet, but once I start unlocking more chunks, that could actually be a really useful teleport. Another farming level. I can now grow onions. We can make more fried onions with the onions that we can grow. If we had a patch for it anyway. There's 55 cooking. I can now cook anchovy pizzas, which is actually a really, really nice food source. So like, as soon as I get anchovies and cheese and tomatoes and everything, like, that'll be the best food I think I can make for a while. And there's 56 cooking. We get nothing from that, apparently, which is kind of weird because you usually get a lot of stuff for getting cooking levels. But yeah, 2 levels away. There's 57 wood cutting. Wood cutting? Cooking, not wood cutting, cooking. I can now make fried mushroom and onion, so nice. And there is 58 cooking. I can now cook pita bread, which is exactly what I need to go do. I do need to get another pot of flour from Imps, however, so while I'm getting my 1 defense level I need to get in the chunk, I'm going to be grinding on them until I get one. Hopefully I get it soon. It's not really common, so I might be killing Imps for a little while if I go dry on it, but yeah, that's all I have to do. Let's go rake the cactus patch one more time. This is why you're all subscribed. This is what you want. Okay, I just got my first G lamp. Well, it's first I started recording. I did get an XP random during my crafting grind, but I ended up cutting it out, not putting it in the video. I put it in the crafting, essentially. So I was doing that with most of my XP lamps for towards the end of my chunk. But actually, at first, I don't know if I ever even bothered showing this, but I had 5,500 XP because I was putting lamps into Hunter for some reason early on. I genuinely don't know why I was doing that. But yeah, what am I gonna put this lamp into? What skills, you know, do I want to put XP into that I can't necessarily have other good ways of putting XP into? And I think really at this point my only option is agility, and the reason why is because I'm relatively close to the Drainer course, and if I can get primary agility training method, that would just, oh, that would help this account so much. Herb lore is another fantastic choice, but I can't actually, you know, put it in an herb lore until I've completed druidic ritual. So, and there is 37 crafting. I can now use protect from magic. It is the first protection prayer I have access to. So yeah, first overhead on the 1 chunk at a time Ironman account. Well, I'm a professional level misser, and I just hit 47 hit points, so yeah, that's pretty nice. By the way, I am going dry on this pot of flour, but you know, it's okay. It's okay. I'll be okay. Well, I found a pot, but not, no flour in it. I feel massively trolled right now. They're the same drop rates, so... Well, there is a chance that, this could increase the stay in my chunk for a little bit. There's a chance. Okay, let's see what I get. Am I doomed? I got Toad Flax again? That is not common. I've gotten that 3 times. There is pot number 2 on the grind. Can we find one that has flour in it? Or will I be doomed here for all eternity? Hold on. We got ashes. We got pot. I mean, like, what if we just... doesn't work? Nothing interesting happens? I'm not sure. I think if you had pot and ashes, I think something interesting would happen. This is bread dough. Apparently, very different from Pitta bread dough. That won't work. I can't take this bread dough. Very different from Pitta bread dough, even though they're both made from the same stuff. I can't use this to make pita bread. I'm gonna look that up, honestly, because I'm kind of like really tired of this. Yep, yeah, I need a pot of flour. Don't mind the fact that bread dough is also the same drop rate as flour, but you know, that's cool. That's cool. I'm fine. This is a fun game. I'm having... look at how much fun I'm having. Also, I'm like halfway. Level 51 defense. This is not what I was intending my defense grind to be. I wasn't thinking like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna grind on imps for my pot of flour until 51. Like I thought I'd get the drop and then kill men for a while. And now I'm 130 kills in, so I'm over 2 times the drop rate. Honestly, the saddest thing about this entire experience is the fact that I was grinding on imps once upon a time. When I was originally getting my defense up to level 50, I was killing imps whenever I saw them. Of course I was. They had unique drops. They had drops that I needed for Cook's Assistant. And in my drop table, you can see that I'm not going to drag it over, but I have 380 imp kills. Not all of those are on this account, but the vast majority of them are. And I've gotten 4 A lot of flour drops. The 1 in 64, which means I am under the drop rate, but I'm also like pretty dry because I started at like under 250 KC. I think I started around 200 KC trying to get this item. And the sad thing is that I turned all of those pots of flour, without really thinking about it, into bread dough. For some godforsaken reason, I thought that would be a good idea. So this, you know, I kind of deserve this. It's kind of where I'm at now. It's like, okay, this is clearly self-inflicted, and I deserve this. I deserve all of this. Bread dough number 2. There's pot number 3. Alright, after killing over 200 imps and going dry on them, I think something gotta give. I just got a chef's hat from my first imp kill of his inventory, and I think it's a sign. I think something has to change, and I think this is gonna bring me the pot of flour. If I'm dressed for the occasion, if I'm dressed like a chef, I should get the flour, right? Right? Oh my god! Finally! Oh my god! I wish I didn't pick it up, but I totally did. Yeah, there it is. Pot of flour. I will not empty it. I actually have a bucket of water in here right now. Make pita bread. Pita dough. Pita dough. We made pita dough. Okay. Alright. Oh, there's a random event at the same time. What are we getting? We got money. Perfect. I was gonna go to the bank to get money to get through the gate, but I guess I have money now, so cool. I'm so close already to 51 defense. That's the last thing I have to do after I cook this. Before I can roll my next chunk. My goodness gracious, that took a really long time. I killed over 300 imps to get a 1 in 64 drop rate item. The nice thing is about pita bread is that you can't burn it, because for some reason it uses the same scaling as like a normal bread, even though it needs level 58. So you literally can't burn it. It's impossible. The burnt pita bread is actually like in the game's code, but it's an unobtainable item, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, that grind was seriously mentally degrading, I feel. But there we go. Pita bread obtained. Decided to throw the blue wizard hat back on. Feels much better. Feel a lot more comfortable in this thing. And this will be my last kill for 51 defense. That is the defense level that I needed for this chunk before I can roll a new chunk, and that should be everything in this chunk done. I can go ahead and roll a new one. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little pass through in here, buy some silk, rake some wheat some more, make sure I'm not missing anything, but I'm pretty sure that's everything done, so I should be good to roll a new chunk. Yeah, I'm like actively milking this content right now, I feel. You know, gotta do what you gotta do. That video's not gonna make itself. Alright, here's the silk trader, and then there's this whole dialogue. No, that's too much for me. Yeah, well, three. Oh, that's the Ardoin one, isn't it? Yeah, that's the Ardoin one. It's only 3 GP. Okay. Sounds good to me. Boom, we got silk. Best in slot silk on the account. Okay, well, with everything out of the way, without further ado, let's go roll a new chunk. Alright, we are back in the chunk picker, and I'm going to go ahead and just do a really quick overview on these chunks and the unlocks, what kind of grinds we might have. I'm not going to go way too in detail about it, but number 4 is basically completing Cook's Assistant, and I think that's really it. There's another farming patch up here I can't do anything with, and there's potatoes that give me seeds, which is nice. And I can also like churn cheese if I wanted, but there's not really much of a point in doing that. But I could. I do have access to cheese with this chunk, which is interesting. It makes me one step closer to being able to make pizzas, so thumbs up there. Number 6 unlocks the ham hideout, so I gotta get the whole ham outfit. a steel pickaxe, which would be super nice. I really hope I roll this chunk. It's one of my favorites. There's a farming patch that I also can't really do anything with. Just more raking content forever. Number 5 unlocks fishing and mining for me, so I have to get raw anchovies, and I gotta make full like bronze armor from bronze and tin, which is really fun. Not really. And unfortunately unlocking number 5 kind of makes this chunk over here really scary, because then I could unlock a not so fun smithing grind, but that's okay. Dual Arena does absolutely nothing. That is free real estate, although I would have to still get my defense level and woodcutting level, which is going to take a while on its own. But nothing else would have to be done before I can roll another chunk. 3 is a crafting grind. I believe, I don't even remember if I have a cut diamond or not. I genuinely can't remember. If I have a cut diamond, I'm going to need to get 70 crafting in this chunk, because I have access to molds, and I'll need to make a diamond amulet, which would end up basically just me spending 500,000 GP on gems, uncut sapphires and emeralds at the gem stall. So that's mostly this chunk. This chunk also has a fishing grind and some gear I have to buy, but that's really mostly it. And that is a lot. The one chunk I really hope I don't roll is number 2. It would unlock a massive mining and smithing grind. That is not going to be fun, because I'm going to have to run back and forth between here and this over and over again, just like Slay Brother did. I really hope I don't roll that chunk. 3, 2, 1, roll! Okay. Yep, that's a chunk. That's a chunk. This one won't be rollable, because I can't walk to it, but that's certainly 18 smithing and some mining and fishing I gotta do. So I basically just gotta get a bunch of bronze equipment here. And, oh, Missile and Mystery, I get my first quest points. Oh my god, I gotta get a curved bone from China. Oh no! I didn't know that part. Oh my god, what is the drop rate on those? Oh boy, what is the drop rate on that? Oh, it's 1 in 5k. It's the same on everything. Okay. Well, that's pretty much what I expect. I was hoping it wouldn't be worse than that. I'm just gonna take a little breather there, kind of realizing that I'm gonna get a lot of prayer XP in this chunk. I didn't realize that was gonna be a part of this. Holy crap. Okay. No, that's actually really fun though. I'm basically gonna get my defense level for free through doing that. And then it's going to be a lot of strength training. And yeah, I'll have to get another woodcut level. So once again, I'm just going to be up here fletching willow longbows and selling them for the cash tax. So, well, it appears I've made a slight fucky wucky, an oopsie whoopsie, if you will. I thought I was recording footage for all this stuff, and as it turns out, I was recording something, but that something was just Google Chrome from me doing the chunk picker. So I have a lot of footage of me talking over a map that is meaningless, so I'm just going to quickly go over what I missed. It's really nothing too important. I basically just got started on my mining and smithing grind, and I'm at 15 mining and 13 smithing. I need to get 18 smithing to make a bronze plate body, which will also be my best in slot chest piece, although actually, interestingly enough, I think the bronze chain body will actually be better for giant frogs, because giant frogs do crush, and I think the bronze chain body might have more crush protection than the plate body, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's really nice. I also, in the course of starting that grind, I used up all my copper ore. I have no other use for it. I might as well use that drop I got to make the grind a little bit faster, and it did help, but now I still have to go get about another 4, 5, 6 inventories. And then I will be done. So yeah, this isn't too bad. After this, I think I'm gonna knock fishing out, and then yeah, just get started on the curved bone. Obviously, the first thing I missed out on recording on was me entering this chunk for the first time. I didn't unlock any new music tracks because we already had, I believe it's Yesteryear unlocked. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what's here. So we got giant rats, which drop meat. So now we have a primary source of meat that doesn't involve buying anything. Frogs, which I don't think drop anything. Big frogs, which I also don't really think drop anything. But over here, by the Zanera shack, we have these giant frogs, which have of course, like I mentioned, 1 in 5,000 chance of dropping a curved bone, and a 1 in 400 chance of dropping a long bone. If I get a curved bone before I get a long bone, I will laugh. I'll have a good time with that. So, yeah. Over here we have some small fishing net spawns and some fishing spots. First fishing spot so I can go and start training fishing, and of course we have the Mystery of Mistlin quest here with these two lovelies. So, yeah. I'm just going to finish this smithing and fishing grind and then get started on the curved bone. There's 14 smithing. I can now make a bronze 2H, which is pretty fun. There is 17 mining. And there is 15 smithing. I can now make iron daggers and smelt iron ore. I don't have access to that, but definitely a nice milestone I thought I would share. And there's 18 mining when I finish this. Yep, there we go. 18 mining. There's 16 smithing, and make with that I can actually make a bronze plate legs, which is actually really nice. That's going to be my best in slot leg slot on the account forever. I'm never going to get better legs than bronze plate legs. It's never going to happen. There's 19 mining. And there's 20 mining. Huge milestone. I can now mine silver and I can now mine another layer of shooting star. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter, but maybe future, maybe later in the account that'll be fun. And there is 17 smithing. Just one level to go, and I am done with the smithing grind here. Okay, I managed to just barely not miss this level up by seeing this screen. You can now mine with mithril pickaxes because I just got 21 mining. So I think that'll be the last mining level I get in this chunk, because this is going to be my last inventory, and then I'll have 18, which is my goal. So awesome. And there is 18 smithing, so I can now make a bronze plate body, which I am definitely going to do right now. That is not only my skill challenge complete for this chunk, but also that is my best in slot plate body, which I think will be, well, not for crush. Yeah, okay, so the bronze chainmail does have more crush protection, so not for this chunk. It'll be my best for the frogs, but in general, this will be my best. Also, I just realized that I did not finish making this bronze bar, but actually, you know what? That's fine. Maybe we'll need one later down the road. It's fine. I can just smith it later. So that is going to go down in here, and yeah, here you can see all my anything that's like this in any slot is going to be down here. This isn't. The bronze gets close in terms, so that's funny. So yeah, this actually doesn't really have a use, so it's just going to go down here in junk. But yeah, bronze warhammer I think has some sort of bis quality. Bronze sim can go into trash, honestly. And this can stick around up here. Also kept a few copper ore just because. If anything I've learned from that pot of flour grind is that I should just keep some stuff in the bank. Don't you know, turn everything into bread dough that you're never gonna need. So yeah, I regret these 10 bread doughs, honestly. I mean, some of them were drops, but still. Yeah, we don't need the bronze pickaxe anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and deposit that and just grab the small fishing net out of the inventory. Honestly, there's no point in me cooking or keeping any of this food, and I'm just gonna power fish it, and because I'm already like 5 levels away anyway, so this is gonna be super AFK, and I'm just gonna go ahead and skip until I have 15 fishing. And there's 15 fishing, so now I can fish raw anchovies. What I'm probably gonna go do is go ahead and just cook one. Why not? Throw it all in the bank and call it a day for fishing in this chunk. Alright, there is the raw anchovies, so that task is now complete. Alright, now with all that stuff in the bank, I am going to grab my melee gear and start this frog grind. I'm actually really looking forward to doing this. I don't need that. I need these and this. I may be wrong, but I believe this is my best in slot melee gear right now. I mean, I could equip a ring to have something there for fun, But yeah, I could also equip a brass necklace for fun as well. But no gloves yet, no cape yet, nothing in the arrow slot besides arrows, of course. And I'm not going to be luring anymore into my chunk. I'm not really interested in doing that, so. And yeah, my outfit thus far is going to be put in the bank for now. I don't think it's the last time we'll be seeing that, but that will be for the time being. Oh yeah, and I also just thought maybe I should bring some food. I don't know how they're gonna hit, so I'm just gonna bring a full inventory, and then if I just drop it, that's totally fine. They don't drop anything besides big bones anyway, so as long as I just bury their bones after each kill, it's not like I need inventory space for literally anything anyway, so I'm gonna pick up these 125 coins from a random earlier. Those have been sitting there for easily over an hour. And yeah, this this shack is basically going to be my home for a while. I don't know how many different spawns actually walk in here, so I don't know how much HP they have. 23 they have, okay. So, looking like an absolute champion out here. Kill these giant frogs with this outfit. Oh, with this gear. Oh, I'm so cute! I have this guy's kind of an absolute champion too, I'm not gonna lie, but... Oh goodness. Just two mad lads out here in the Umbrage Swamp. Okay, these are taking a little bit to kill. And there is kill count number 1. I believe this is gonna be the first one. Yep, it is on my rune light, so I know exactly how many kills I'm gonna have on this count. I'm not gonna be killing frogs on any other account, so I'll see you guys if I get something. There's only 2 things besides big drones this guy drops, so see you next drop. I guess I'll be showing levels, I guess, but there won't be a drop for a long time, so I can guarantee you that. Alright, so I just got this beginner stuff that I can actually do. I'm not juggling, I don't care, just give me a casket. Ah. Never lucky. And no, I cannot do that Reldo clue, so that is a drop. But it was nice to get a step. First time in a little while. And I missed a level, but there is 38 prayers. The first and last defense level of this chunk, I'm going to start putting it into rank for sure here, so. Alright, we got a quiz show. Let's see what we can get. Not a dragon spear. I'm gonna be disappointed. Alright, what is it? Really? Medium clue scroll! Hey, that's interesting. Can I do it? Nope. Alright, we got a quiz show. Let's see what we can get. Mystery box. Give me the goods. I got a casket. And the casket gives me a sapphire. Oh! Wow, that was like, I was just recording for the strength level. I'm like right on drop rate. I killed about exactly 400 of these guys, and first longbone! Yay! That is now done. We got a longbone. We need to still get obviously a curved bone, which is like more than 10 times rare, but like I didn't even really go dry on this. I got it pretty much on drop rate. My rune light says 395, so I'm at about like 400. So there you go. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come for the curved bone. I'd rather it be early, or at least just on rate. You know, we're gonna have a just average luck game, please. So yeah, that is going to be it for this episode. I imagine I'm going to be killing these frogs for a long time. I, in fact, have already gotten a lot more kills I haven't shown yet. But I didn't want this episode to last over an hour, so I'm going to try to keep it 40 minutes or less from here on out. I'll do my best, guys. I really like to show as much as I can, though, and I hope y'all appreciate that. I have a really, really fun time with this series, and I really appreciated the feedback and response I've gotten so far. I'd like to make a big shout out to Chunksaurus once again. Bowser, check out his channel. I don't know how to really pronounce his name, that's just how I do it. I have him in the description and also on my channel. He's at the bottom there in my recommended channels. Also, another series like I would highly recommend checking out that also is just had its first episode come out, is made by Frosty, by the way. I'll be linking his channel down below. I've been chatting with him in game. He's a really good guy, so please go to his channel and give him a sub. He really deserves it. He made a really nice first video, so he's an extreme chunker starting in Edgeville, which is insane, absolutely insane. So definitely go check his series out. And that's a beginner clueless rather, that I cannot do. But yeah, once again, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. Leave a like if you'd like, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.